From the beginning, 45 is the passage in the foxhole. It is the gateway. It becomes the IT system. 5 times 4, 5 plus 4 equals 29 is the Venus birth. Here is 90, all zeros equal 2, 4, 6, and 8. It's actually just 6 because it is the half-life. 6 is a part of 2 to the power of 2 and 3 equaling to 4 and 8. 8 and 4 is a numerological value that comes out of the calculation in the letters P-L-U-T-O, Pluto. When we double this up, we get to 90. Right? Obviously, if you have to understand, if there's a square here and a square here, there's automatically 2 missing squares. Let's call them the gateway squares, the crossing of the spirit point, the beltway. Beltway, they connect at the buckle. 90 and 14, this becomes your DNA. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 now represents this number. 7 and 9 is a passage. In 7 and in 9, there are 4 that are the same. 3 are different in this one. And inside of this one, 5 are different. Why? Because if you take out the 7 card and the 9 card, they both have number 4 the same. We reach the next level, 180 equals to 1 cycle of the moon. So we know 1 cyclical in Earth will equal to 180 degrees. We double that up to 56. We now have the full turn. There are 2 moons, but 2 full cycles equal to 2 months. Or 56 days. 2 cycles out of the 13, there are 11 to go. So now we have made creation. 28 must pass in between 56, making 28 part of 56. How would we do that? We would actually go to 38 and we go to, I'm going to tell you why 38. We go 56 down to 38 is 18. Now we're halfway in between. So we get 24. And I'm just trying to figure this out. It's not even 24. We have to take off 14 from here equals to... no, we take off... How do we figure out the center of this? The center of this is the 28th and 28th of each side. Right? So it actually equals start on the 14th minus... and add up to the 14th plus, right? So that'll be 14 and 42. Minus 14, add 14, we get 0 and 0. So it's 14 and 42. 9 lives of the cat and DNA create the middle of this. 9 lives of the cat and DNA. So now we have 56, which is also a representation of number 7, the gateway. 5 by 6 equals 30. 5 and 6 equals to 11 and creates the letter F. 41, back to the same number, DNA, all zeros equals 6, equals to 47 minus 6. We get 24 and 11 equals 35. Electric company and 47, inside 4 by 7, the cycle and the skies of the moon, and it's all run out of Saturn, controlled in Jupiter. Or 2 controls. Those are these numbers. Now we go up another level. We go, instead of going to 720 to half day and giving us 112, I'm just going to jump to 224. That's 8 parts of 28. There are 5 parts left in the year. 8 connects the heaven of 4 and 4. 8 and 28. 8 moons. 8, 2 and 8 equals to 1. 8 and 1, this equals to 7, becomes 78. It is the passageway between 7 and 8. 3 parts over here, and a complete 3 parts over here, 56, 56, 56. When we complete it, we end up with these 2 numbers, 1440. When I break down this into 8 numbers, it becomes 180 degrees. 8 by 180. Let's do this calculation. 8 times 180, 8 times 180 equals to 1440. So this becomes 180. We already spoke that 180 is a period of 28 cycle. So now we understand how the minutes of the day, okay, 1 times 4, 1 plus 4, your DNA 414 transfusion, and the cycles of the moon. Since there are 5 cycles left over here, how many cycles are there left over here? Well, let's say it's the same 5. Right? Let's say it's the same 5, but 5 is only the halfway point, right? Just want to show you one more number. 1440 times 4 as a cycle in a leap year. How do we calculate? Where are we going to calculate? Equals 5760, the number of moon and time, or 66 would be the split in the sky. 66 splits the gematria scale. 567 is your total of 18 and 210. 7 times 6 times 5 is 210, which becomes 216, a 9-day period. And it also happens to connect to the 9-day plus 1 day, or 9 and 9, 18 months, or 18 days of 20 months in the Mayan cycle. Have we followed this so far? Just now we're going to go on to something a little bit different. Here's 2 circles. I create the eye. What is the bell curve? Okay. Here I have 2 cubes creating an obsolete space in space. Is this space 44 because of the design? You see the way I make this line and it becomes a 4, and I create the same line and it becomes another 4. The outside and the inside movements around this passage, okay, also show what's as the missing parts to the wings of the Star of David, leaving you at a eye above and eye below. In this design over here, I show you the eye is the one center, and then the H connects. This is what your H does. This is what your eye does. But if you take a good look, and we can also do this on the outside if I want to, and then obviously I can do it on the inside over here, and at this point over here, right? These are all just the inside lines. See how much closer these became and how much further away they became? Imagine the lines on our Earth also move the same way. Is that because it's bent or folded? Secondly, if we take a better look at what I just did, is here was your H, here was your I, and it's the same way they create the dollar sign. Okay, if they create the dollar sign, they create a dollar sign like this, taking up the dollar sign or taking up the dollar sign. In this one, it's the H, 8. In this one, okay, it's the I Roman numeral 9, also standing for 51, Mars, and 52, Earth. This says the key. Earth is the key. Ashes to ashes, H and H coming together. The last thing is, if you notice this, the double plus creates the single minus in between in the I. Minus equals half and 17 to 1. Plus equals quarters or 8 to 1. Why? Because if you're betting on the roulette wheel, and you put a chip over here, it pays you 8 to 1. If you put a chip over here, it pays you 17 to 1. So are you putting a chip on all 4 over here? Or are you putting a chip over here? Or are you putting a chip over here? In between the numbers inside the I. Or do you want to regard it directly on this one and this one? And these pay 35 to 1. Both of them are pluses. Both are giving you 35 to 1. So the question is, how is the equation, how is the art built? We're going to get into this one maybe in the next video. It's 8 minutes. I don't want to start this one. Again, here's another thing that creates the Star of David. 2 diamonds above each other, and also stands for the percentage key. Every single line you get is 90 degrees. I'm assuming that the minute the line is this way, it becomes 135 degrees. Straight across is 90. On this angle is 135. Why? Because the total of a complete straight down is 180. You go down from here is 90, and here is 90, 180. From the top to the bottom. This is the way these calculations are done for the specifics that they actually answer the right questions. Here is a block. I have to go all the way around. They say around is 360 degrees. If you can give me this in length, I would tell you it was 4. One length here, one length here, one length here. Each length is at 90. Or I can say it's 90 and there are 4. Or it's 4 and there are 90. Raphael, breaking this down to 90 would leave you with what number? What number? Would it be 2.25 times 40 equals to 90? The 40 days they walked around, 22.5, 5 and 4, sunlight is the key to life. They are the reverse alphabet of V and E. 2 times 2, 2 plus 2 is 44. Area space. Raphael in the IT system of the heavens. Thank you for watching, because it is the math and the numbers that create all this. And you see this angle over here? Multiplied by 1.5 gives you your 1.35. Thank you for watching this video. 90 or 135. Those are the answers. Direct. No mathematical calculation. If it's this way, it's 135 or 45. If it's this way, it's 90. Or this way, it's 90. Calculation. To go around, to come around, to understand the numbers by basic squares. Thank you for watching this video.